Hello! It's been a while in the chaotic time we call 2020. It's just about still Thursday for a little bit longer, and my streaming schedule is completely messed up this year. But hey ho, I wanted to at least get in some Euro Truck Simulator right now because it's Christmas, or the holiday season, depending on your personal denomination. And there's a Christmas Wise Giving event going on, and I do like my Christmas events in Euro Truck Simulator and my special events. So, external contracts with a profile connected to order trucks. Runs across Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, and you have to get hearts and gifts awarded to as many cities as possible across all trucking territories. And there's a personal goal of delivering at least 15 deliveries of gifts cargo in either game. And there are personal rewards, which get an achievement on World of Trucks, a Winter Blast paint job, and then there's 6 tiers of community goals, and I don't know what those will be. And it runs until 17th of January. So there we go. Okay, my truck is in a safe place. I don't know where. Oh, I'm back in bloody Cambridge again. Nothing against Cambridge, but it always resets me there rather than the other garages I've got in Europe. Oh, hang on. I've forgotten how to play Euro Truck Simulator. So I was doing my lap of Europe, and I got to Italy, and I just had that bit to go. And now it's sent me back to Cambridge. Brilliant. Right, so first thing I need to do is get back to Italy. Garage manager, Verona, travel. Yes. All I'm trying to do is drive all the way around Europe. Alright, so this is looking good. I've got no fuel. At least I don't need to sleep. And there appears to be some kind of ghost in my workshop. Huh, I've just noticed the switch for the windows actually still moves when you've got the ignition off, but just doesn't do anything. Interesting. Anywho. Right, so, world map. I just want to check there's a fuel station nearby. I can't remember if there is or not. There must be. No, there isn't. Brilliant. Right, so there's a fuel stop down there. Okay, so I should be able to get fuel. Now I need to get external contracts and find the gifty ones. There's some gifts. The 15-hour trip from Suzzara down to Villa S. Giovanni. Or there's a Verona Ajaccio? Verona to Marseille. Screw it, I'm going to do the long one. It's almost the weekend, I can enjoy myself. So, we've got Verona to Toulouse, Verona, Cesara to Villa Giovanni. Begin delivery. I noticed all the little hot icons for the towns, which is quite cool. So I suspect I will just be doing this one job today. Right, first things first. I need to put it in reverse, don't I? I've forgotten how to drive. Also, I need to probably check my audio levels because that truck sounds very loud to me, but possibly a bit quiet on the actual stream. Oh well. I'm sure someone will let me know if it's too quiet. Right, hopefully. Okay. I will be going past a petrol station fairly soon. I don't know how this junction works. Okay. You're giving away because I'm in a big truck. I've forgotten how to steer as well. Oh, just remembered going through Italy means endless toll roads. Because they're fun. How do I always manage to just miss it? I always stop just in front or just behind the green bit. I don't know why. Okay, so I need to go straight up here. And whatever I do, don't forget, I need petrol. Just ignore the speed limit to get up that hill. Oh, so what? 342 miles worth of petrol. That's not so bad then. One would hope that... Ooh, I can find a petrol station in that time. So I need this one for Suzara. Might actually put my window up in a minute. It's a bit breezy in here. So, my window was up. Okay, that definitely made it noisier. So that's got to be that way. That's that way. Have they really increased the engine noise recently? I know I've been upgrading Geoff, but holy moly. What a noisy truck I have. Right, that looks like a fuel stop coming up. Got enough money to actually be able to afford it. Hopefully I won't spend more than 144,000 euros on fuel, although given how much fuel costs these days, wouldn't surprise me. Okay, I think it's this way. Yes. Yes, you have fuel. I would like very much of your fuel, please. Junk. We saw a good chance to vape. Fuel tank is full. We can hit the road again and let the nice trucker behind fill up. I didn't actually see the notice of how much that costs. So I think it's about 900 and something euros. Right, so I've got another 15 or 14 miles now to pick up my Christmas gift delivery. I figure what normally happens with these events is I end up just doing lots and lots of little short trips, which wouldn't be much fun for a stream, so I figure I'll do some exploring in a new area now. And then revert back to slackers doing an event as quickly as possible if I need to, closer to the end date. I'm going to try and be a good World of Trucks driver and actually contribute something useful, as well as making enough money to hopefully buy another truck. I can't remember if I was saving for a truck or a garage now. It's been so long, and I've stopped too short again. Yep, can I go? Don't make me press X just to go again, because I'm going to be coming back through there in a minute, I'm sure. The usual approach of someone pulling out on me. Lovely. Bread. Okay. What's the next sign? Cheese? Milk? Servizia. Ciao, Servizia. Oh, is this another bread sign? What's this sign say? Compara Lombarda. Oh, there's a parrot. Hello. Zunegozo. That's cool. I'm hoping some of these adverts are for real places. I think there's... Oh, I thought it was a train from it. It's a truck. And that's a curb. That's also a truck. Luckily he was turning, so he didn't plough right into me. I'm getting distracted by the advertising. And what appears to be a ruined church? Or just a building? That's cool. I'm really enjoying the scenery. I haven't really explored that much of Italy in the game or in real life. This is all very exciting. I do love those little touches that really make it feel more immersive and more like a real world than a game simulation. Makes such a difference. Right, around this roundabout, and we should be pretty much ready to pick up some presents. I'm just like Santa, if Santa drove a giant pink Volvo truck with a really loud horn. I'm hoping they'll open this gate for me. Santa's here. Well, it certainly looks like a fairly wide Car park, and I think I can see my load. That looks like some Christmas gifts. Someone's getting a really big Is someone getting a car for Christmas? Oh, someone's definitely been good. Oh, it's all lit up like it was last year. Cool. I do like all the lights. I mean, it doesn't really show them off now, but when it gets dark, it'll look mighty pretty. Do you want to open the gate any day now, pal? Thank you. It's just 15 hours and 674 miles to go. Enough time for me to remember how to play this game. Hopefully. Back on the Autostrada. I know I can't speak now. SCS Software, the developers of Euro Truck Simulator 2, have posted an update saying they're reworking Germany at the moment, so I'm quite looking forward to that, because obviously it's a fairly central country for trucking through Europe. Oh, took that a bit tight. So out of practice. So, making that newer and shinier and more interesting is definitely going to make a bit of a difference. Still no word on reworking England. Ooh, sweet corn. $3.99. Oh, pizzeria. Could murder a pizza right now. Another petrol station. Oh, all the things you see when you're travelling around Italy. So I have been to Italy, but it was for literally 48 hours for work. And I do remember, luckily we were being driven into, or from the airport into Milan, and I'd heard kind of stereotypes of Italian driving being kind of nose to tail on the motorways, and it was. Just a little bit scary when you're a passenger and you're just sat there 2 inches away from the car in front and with another one 2 inches behind you. I think my favourite memory was seeing the police coming the other way, and there were about 5 or 6 police motorcyclists. They were all coming the other way with sirens on. And the first few came past, fairly normally, looking like they were in a hurry. And the last one came around the corner and started coming past us, and as he did, he pulled a massive wheelie. Which is still one of the coolest things I've seen in real world motorcycling. Yeah, just on our way to, solve a crime, but here's a nice straight, I'll just pull a massive wheelie as I go along. Because I'm Italian, and I can. Right, well, we're on the Autostrada. Ooh. And I'm getting confused between grabbing my drink and switching the cruise control off. Ooh. I've completely forgotten how to multitask in this game. Right, so I think this is going to be a lot of autostradery stuff for a while. Which normally I'd be a bit down about because it's not the most exciting, but when you've got... Oh, Jesus! Have you moved? Do you want to maybe move over to the side, mate? Go on, bugger off. Don't reverse more. Well, this isn't getting uploaded to YouTube now. That was embarrassing. I mean, in defence of the innocent AI driver, I didn't realise that the speed limit had weirdly gone down just because it was in a straight line. But still, slamming on the brakes like that when there's a massive truck behind you that can't stop as quickly does seem a little bit silly. So out of practice. I'm used to iRacing. Comes to something when the human opponents in things like iRacing and Assetto Corsa are easier to deal with than the AI in this. Right, note to self, pay more attention. It's definitely been one of those days. Right. Just speeding a bit again. Hopefully I can try and avoid rear-ending any more Italian drivers and actually focus on getting to my destination without destroying all the Christmas presents. Even the presents have got little lights on. Huh. That's special. Did someone just toot me as they went past? Do they think I'm Santa? Jeffrey, the pink-coloured Volvo, had a very loud horn. Something, 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 something. Something, 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 something. I think I might be going insane. Horn sounds good in the tunnel. Ooh. Well, that's quite a scenic stretch of road. This makes me want to go to Italy now on a driving holiday. So I can't remember if I put a new sun visor on, but there's a really irritating band of it that keeps appearing just in my peripheral vision if I'm looking up. I'm going to have to make sure that I don't look high enough to see it now, because that's really annoying. Ah, that's going to drive me mad. As will these slow drivers. Come on. Turn off. Turn off. Come on, you want to turn off. Turn off. Mm, okay. You're going to accelerate away instead. Brilliant. Oh, it's getting later. Probably time to put my lights on. Someone's on their what? Have they... Man, have they tightened up on the speeding threshold now? If I make any more mistakes, this is going to cost me money to do this ruddy gift giving. Man. Normally, you can get away with about 10% over the speed limit. You always could in the past. Because it was kind of an informal thing in real life, that because a speedometer doesn't have to be 100% accurate. And it never really is, because obviously mechanical wear and tear and all that kind of stuff, although it's really less of an issue as cars become more electronic. But normally a speedo will overread slightly. So if you're in your car and it's showing 55, you could well be doing 53 or 52. And because it's accurate, it always used to be a case that the Association of Chief Police Officers, I think it is, suggested that if you're doing around 10% the speed limit over it, then, you know, you might get a telling off, and you could be prosecuted for speeding, but, you know, quite often it wouldn't really matter, because if you're going at 31 in a 30 or 74 in a 70, it could easily just be a momentary thing, and it's not the end of the world. And it used to be the same in this, I'm sure. I mean, I know the static speed cameras might have been slightly different, but I could drive quite happily past police cars at 10% over, or around that, and never get done. There, 55 in a 50, nicked. I'm going to have to actually obey the law. Uh-oh. What was going on here? He had his hazards on. So, we've got 500 miles to go. We've covered about a sixth of the trip. I've managed to rear-end a small hatchback and get done for speeding. It's going well. Luckily I don't actually have any damage, because I think I added some bull bars at the front of Geoff. So that turned out to be quite a good idea. Also, I'm going to need a rest stop in 5 hours, and I've got 12 hours of the journey left, so going to need a quick nap somewhere en route. But probably not quite yet. I think I can go for another couple of hours of game time before I pull over. Luckily, while I'm blowing all of the earnings I'm making on incidents, it would appear my other drivers are actually earning me some money. So at some point, I can buy myself another garage and another truck soon. then I will become a millionaire. Wahahaha. Some kind of construction building. I don't know why, but it's always more boring to be obeying the speed limit exactly than it is to be going like 1 mile over. At least my presents are very nice and shiny now. All lit up. It's like I'm taking a bit of the festive season with me. Lovely clear night, lots of stars in the sky. What could be nicer? I've managed to hang a Christmas decoration in my cab, which is right in the way of that mirror. So that's worked out well. That's obviously why I drove into that car earlier. I'm blaming it on the Christmas sock. I would say if anyone drives into me, I'm going to be quite miffed, because I've got an entire ruddy light show on the back. Quite a bit of glow from those lights as well. I can't remember what settings I've currently got the graphics at. I know I've got them generally set to high, but it does look a bit like those presents might be radioactive. Guess Timmy's getting some uranium for his Christmas present this year. So, Roma and Turney. My knowledge and pronunciation of Italian cities is useless. I suspect it's something like Turney, and I'm pronouncing it as Turney. Turney righty. Thank you, folks. I will be here all week. Please try the fish. But the good thing is, I'm discovering some new roads. At some point, I'm going to actually have to go back and try and get the 100%. And then I will treat myself to some of the newer DLC. I think... Is it Beyond the Baltic Sea is on sale at the moment? If you're watching this live, or shortly after I've uploaded it anywhere, check Steam, and you'll probably find some of the current DLC is a bit cheaper than normal. I haven't bought any DLC for a while, so it's about time. So I did say that I wasn't going to buy any DLC or install any mods until I'd thoroughly explored everything in the standard game and the few bits of DLC that I couldn't resist. But I am thinking it's time that I treat myself for Christmas, so I will probably add the Baltic DLC. And start catching up on the newer stuff. It's always exciting to get some new roads to go down, and like I was saying earlier, the newer DLC does have more interesting scenery and kind of roadside stuff to look at. I know they've been reworking some of the French towns recently and overhauling those, so there should be some new things to spot there. At some point I'll have to actually refresh my memory of what it was that updated and go and have a look. Right, there shouldn't be any traffic coming down there because it's all blocked off. Unless they've driven through those giant luminous arrows. Roma Nord. So that's North Roma. I'm guessing. Controllo something o Speedo? Presumably. Right, Napoli, Livorno, and right, I have no idea which one I need to be doing here, so I'm just going to follow the GPS. I know Roma has a football team, and that's about it. So that's my local knowledge done, I'm afraid. I do know that someone appears to be getting nicked down there. Nope. Just wandering into that lane for a bit. Okay, it's a bit less exciting to travel new roads in the dark, so I think it's definitely time to stop for a nap when I can find a rest stop. Apparently I'm turning off here towards Napoli. There's the start of another toll road coming up. Napoli, yep. Don't make me any sleepier than I already am. I've just noticed that Streamlabs has got a new thing for the chat where it brings up a giant red line with new when someone comments. That's cool. Please people, comment more. I want to see more red lines. It's very exciting. Ooh, squirrel. My streaming schedule and my gaming time really has gone out the window at the moment. I'm still getting gaming in, but rather than actually sitting down and streaming iRacing or Euro Truck Simulator, I've basically been sneaking time on Rocket League for a bit. But I'm still not sure about streaming that, because I'm nowhere near good enough to be interesting to watch. Unless you like seeing someone drive past a ball playing car soccer. Watch a man drive somewhere near a ball, miss it, and then grumble about it. That's not much different to most of the other games I play, because I'm similarly inept, but at least occasionally I do something vaguely interesting. Hopefully. Anytime now. Keep watching, it could happen. Plus also, the other thing that has kind of interrupted things was I got a very nice present for my birthday of a new wheel and pedal setup, or stand. So I have a very shiny, nice new GT Omega stand that I need to actually start using. But then, a few days ago, I managed to injure my back. So that's perfect timing for the new season of iRacing. New season starts, and I spent the first day laying in bed saying ow a lot. Which is another reason why I'm playing this rather than iRacing Rossetto Corsa right now. So at some point, I need to actually get the new stand in place and actually start doing some more racing again. So I'm hoping possibly tomorrow night or Saturday I might actually get some racing in, because I need to start my championship challenge in the couple of series that I'm actually not terrible at. I managed to finish in the top 2 or 3 in my division in the SimLab production car challenge. In the, was it VW Jetta diesel? I think it's Euro truck. It's made me like diesels. And also, there's another series called the Fanatec Global Challenge I did alright in. So I need to get back on that at some point soon. And then obviously, with it being Crimbo, it's kind of going to mean my streaming schedule goes out the window for the next week or two anyway, so it's going to be a case of on as and when, I think. Plus I'm trying to sort out a load of stuff with my racing and driving game website, onlineracedriver.com. There's a few things to sort out with that at the moment to keep it growing. But please do feel free to check it out. At some point I will better integrate my streaming and video making and all that kind of stuff. So one of my plans for next year, it was going to be a plan for this year, but between back problems, operations, some COVID thing that's going around, and, you know, work and life and yada yada yada, it hasn't all quite gone to plan. But I have ideas, so I'm hoping next year I will be able to sort out a slightly different setup for my PC with the wheel stand in place. I'll probably start using the wheel and pedals for this, if that's somewhere where I can get to it more easily. And I also want to plan so that at some point I can start using a triple monitor setup for my racing. The actual triple monitors might take a little longer to get, although, to be honest, I don't need anything particularly amazing. I just want to be able to look out the side window to see who's about to drive into me. And then, alongside that, the plan is to work on the professionalism and polish of my streaming, which basically means actually having a better intro and actually testing audio levels and things. And particularly work on my video editing and in-game photography, because that's something that is quite good fun, but I never make enough time to actually get better at. Uh-oh, a Guideri Conprudenza. I don't know what that means, but I think I'm turning off here. I don't know whether that means this road ends here normally in the game, or this road ends here because there's been an unscheduled pile-up. I think it just normally ends here. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Nice mountains in the distance. What time is it? Coming up for lunchtime. If you're going to have to stop at a truck stop, I'm thinking Italy must be quite a good place to stop for lunch. I know the French I can't speak again. The French service stations quite often serve really nice food. Certainly better than the selection you normally get at the English ones, sadly. Most of the places I used to enjoy stopping at are all shut now. Right, we're under 300 miles. 6 hours to go. I haven't driven into that wall for a bit, so that's good. And I'm totally not checking my phone while I'm driving. Right, Catanzaro, Napoli Bari. I have vague memories of, in the dim and distant past, studying the unification of Italy as part of A-level history, I think. Which shows I'm quite old and now forgetful. I can't remember hardly any of it. It's a good reason to actually see if I can find the old books that I've got on it somewhere and read up on it again. Please don't pull out on me, 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 please don't pull out on me. I could have slowed down, but I didn't want to. There's not a lot of time till Christmas. I need to get my presents delivered. Yeah, you can wait, you're a coach. You're either going to be full of old people or school children. Two groups of people that really don't need to be in a hurry to get anywhere. I say this as a rapidly becoming old person. Hey, stopped in the right place. And it only cost me 47 euros for the pleasure. Well, we're about we're over halfway from where we started. We might just make it without killing anyone. I've probably spoken too soon. But there's a chance these presents might actually make it there in one piece. Velocitio? Velocitio? I'm going to have to actually, like, fire up a language app and learn some Italian if I'm going to be driving through here. Or just stick to England and Sweden, because those are the only two languages that I've really looked at for quite some time. I mean, the good thing is Sweden works kind of for Denmark, Norway, kind of a bit for Iceland. So if I ever actually add Iceland to the game, although that's kind of stretching Euro Truck. I think probably finishing off Europe and America will keep them going for some time. I'll be quite intrigued by Australian Truck Simulator. It's some of the massive, like, land trains. Or Canadian Truck Simulator. Loads of snow and ice driving. I'm surprised they didn't cash in on Ice Road Truckers, really. I'm trying to remember if there are any new trucks in this now. Because if I'm going to be buying something soon. I know American Truck Simulator has now got the Freightliner Cascadia. Which I haven't driven yet, so that's another thing I need to do. So many things. And I'll just remember, there is actually another game that I've been playing when I've had the odd spare moment. Which isn't a strict sim racer, which is Hot Shot Racing. Which is really quite cool. It's basically taken the graphical style of mid-1990s Virtua Racer, kind of the Sega AM2 arcade style, and then given it a whole load of modern polish and controls and features and stuff. So if you can remember Virtua Racer, Daytona Racing, that kind of era of racing games, I highly recommend checking it out. And it's really good fun for kind of a 10-minute, 15-minute blast when you've got some time in between work or just want to relax with something that isn't too taxing. Because so far the standard difficulty, I mean, I've only had a few quick goes on kind of the single player races rather than championships and things, but the difficulty level as default isn't too taxing. So you've normally got a pretty good chance of getting a good result. There's a load of cosmetic unlockables and things for cars and stuff which are quite fun. You've got that traditional mid-90s Sega thing of having someone conforming to a national stereotype for each of the 8 characters, I think it is. So obviously, you know, the British driver is an upper class rich boy who drives something that looks like an Aston Martin and something that looks like a Lotus, and it's just basically hold down the accelerator, occasionally hit brake to drift, and hit the boost button, which after a long day is about all I can manage. So expect to see that on a stream sometime soon. I haven't had a chance to play much of Pacer, the futuristic ship racing game, which is Wipeout, but not, because it's Pacer, but it's Wipeout, but it's Pacer. But I need to start actually playing that properly and going through the championships in that, in the single player, because I had fun streaming that and haven't had a chance to go near it. Oh. And in chat, someone's going to play Mafia next. You should. Mafia is very good. I've heard very good things about it. I know someone that's very excited to play it. She lives with me. She might even have a copy of it somewhere. And the cars in it do look quite cool. It's all about the cars. I think the main reason I stick to racing games at the moment, aside from the fact that I write about them a lot, and I do very much enjoy them, is that most of the other things I want to play tend to be open world games that I've actually got on the Xbox, and the faffery of trying to stream from that as opposed to streaming from my PC. And the fact that my PC is quite a bit newer and more powerful than my Xbox One. And I can't really justify an Xbox Series X or S or PlayStation 5 yet or anything, so there's not really much that I'm hugely excited about. Like, the idea of buying one of the DLCs for this that I haven't got, or buying one of the new cars in iRacing this season, like the BMW M4 GT3, that I'm excited about. But Watch Dogs looks quite good fun, but I just don't really have the time and patience at the moment. Cyberpunk, again, looks interesting, and the cars and motorbikes in that do look very cool, but I don't really have the time and patience, because I never really finished off the multiplayer side of GTA 5, or Red Dead Redemption, or The Witcher, or... There's just so many things that I actually want to get to the end of before jumping into something new. And as much as I enjoy the single player stuff when I do have the time, I really need like a big block of an afternoon to sit there and get into it and relax and make some progress. Whereas although racing games and games like this can be quite time consuming, I can come on and just do like this one delivery and then stop. Or I can go onto iRacing, do one, maybe two races and then stop. If I start playing Red Dead Redemption and get into it again, that's, you know, a day gone, which at the moment I just can't really do. What would be really silly is if someone had pre-ordered a copy of Mafia and got it pretty much when it was released and then had to leave it sitting there because it's a Christmas present, and it's not even wrapped or anything, it's just sat there all shiny and new in a bit of cellophane, that lovely new Xbox game cellophane that is a real pain to try and actually undo at times. Okay, 100 miles to go, 2.5 hours of game time. This is a nice long tunnel. Now, if I was in, like a V10 Ferrari, this would be the perfect time to wind down the windows and give it some beans. As is, I'll set off a blame my horn. Nice echo. Right, it's 3 o'clock now, so I should make it to wherever it is I'm going in daylight. Is that water over there? Am I on the coast? I must be, because if not, that's a bloody big lake. That's definitely water. I can't read that sign because I'm going too fast. That house could do with a little bit of a fixer-upper. Just a spot of DIY there needed. Villa S. Giovanni. That sounds familiar. Villa S. Giovanni, Eolo Lines. Ah, is that a ferry company? That would make sense why I'm near the sea then. I can see someone disgruntled in chat sighing at me. That better not be a comment on the quality of my streaming. Especially not from one of my own moderators. Very nice scenery around here. It's a bit tricky to look at when I'm driving along at 50 mile an hour, but it is very weird how in real life I can drive along and manage to look out of the window at things. Not for long, but you know, enough to actually see them without crashing into something. Try doing it in this, and the odds are I'll plough into a wall before you've said, "Oh, pretty mountain." The streaming is superb and very relaxing. I might put that as a quote on the page at some point. I mean, I suspect relaxing means I'm boring you to sleep, but, you know, I'll take it. It's a compliment. Interesting coloured Armco. Yeah, the guardrail, I'm not sure whether the guardrails are bronze or rusty. I suspect probably rusty. Oh, another tunnel. Actually, I'm going to pull out now, before that guy speeds and I get boxed in behind the timber turtle. Ooh, cool bridge. Squirrel. Are we actually going? Whoa. I want to look over there. Oh. Darn it. I wanted to admire the pretty view. Oh, turn off. There we go, there's a pretty view. There's lots of pretty view. Is that a lighthouse over there? I think it is. That's a petrol station I don't need to go in. Wait. No one saw that, did they? Good. That's a petrol station I'll have to come back to, just so I can colour in that bit of grey on the map. Which will probably mean driving the entire way down Italy again at some point in the future. Okay, right, so we're off the Autostrada. We just need to navigate our way around Villa San Giovanni. Is it Saint Giovanni? I don't know. Oh, there's Timber Turtle again. Is that a new livery? Manufacturer? Company. That's the word I was looking for. Company. Looks like I'm going to need to go to sleep again fairly soon. I'm hoping I can drop this off and then nip to a rest stop. Yeah, it's a little bit easier if I haven't got a massive great trailer of Christmas presents on the back. Well, that's why I bribed you to be a moderator, because then you might say nice things about me. I'm not stupid. You may be biased. All that unbelievable mod power, you should be biased. I'd be worried if you weren't. I like this road. Like some kind of little roller coastery thing that dumps you in the middle of the town. Reminds me a bit of driving into Vancouver. And you come over the bridge and you're just in the middle of downtown. I mean, this is a little bit smaller. And more confusing with some kind of weird one-way system. But hey ho. Taxi. Oculari pour something. And a two-headed chicken, which is quite frankly terrifying. Okay. At some point I need to find that two-headed chicken advert again. And try and figure out what the heck is going on. Because it looked absolutely terrifying. Right. Down here, maybe? This looks like a very nice kind of holiday town. You know, proper seaside resort on the coast. I'm actually quite intrigued to have a look on like Google Maps or something and see what it looks like in real life. YOLO lines. Well, I was right. I think I'm going to a port. Or very nearby. Okay, that building isn't quite so aesthetically pleasing. And a tunnel? Oh my word. They're really spoiling me now. Look at the brickwork. Well, I think we're definitely in the right place because I can see a pretty big boat over there. Oh, this is going to involve reversing, isn't it? Right, okay. Where do you need it? Is it going to be in the most awkward place possible? Probably. Right. Now the question is, do I dare try reversing it back in this view, or will I need to switch to overhead view like the cheeky cheat that I am? No, I'm going to switch to overhead view. I'm a cheeky cheat. And I really don't want damage to presence at this stage, to be honest. And also, where the heck am I meant to be reversing to? Okay. At least now I've got a vague idea of where I'm meant to be going. I think I've said before, they should really just equip every lorry with a drone that can just automatically hover overhead. Because they have them for action cams. So the drone can film you as you're climbing up a mountain or something and automatically follow you, so why do it for lorries? No, I don't want to skip the parking. I've pretty much done it, you silly game. I realise I'm a little bit off, which is why it's confusing you, but still. Nope. The other way, the other way, the other way. There we go. Just a little bit the other way. And if someone's watching now, it looks like I've been doing it properly the whole time. That perfectly in there. Kind of. Oh, come on, that was... There we go. If only to stop the beeping. And there we go. The first of the Christmas event gift deliveries things with the stuff. An hour and 6 minutes in game time, 735 miles, almost 500 litres of fuel. And I have done 1 out of 15. Right, let's just have a quick look. Oop. Get rid of that. Look at the world map, see where I am. Ooh. So, I'm basically there. That explains why I could see the sea. So I kind of missed Roma, missed Bari and Taranto and Catanzaro. At some point I need to come back into those, but there's Messina, Catania, Palermo, Cagliari. So I think what I want to try and do with the next one is find a gift delivery that's going over there, so I can go to Cagliari, Sassari, or Libya, Calavi, Ajaccio, and Bastia. If I can find some gifts around there, I can start heading up towards Brest, get a ferry over to Plymouth, Cardiff, etc. And then I've actually done all of the outside bit. So then I've just got all of the inside to do. Right, what I can do is check my garage manager. Haha, Lublin. I still need to hire a driver and buy a truck. I'm going to do that now. What to buy? Scania, Volvo, MAN, Mercedes-Benz, DAF. I haven't actually got a Mercedes-Benz truck yet. And there's one in Italy. I'm going to buy online because I'm lazy. What do we got? Actros low roof sleeper. A new Actros Stream Space. High roof sleeper. The Giga Space. I don't know. Big Space. Mega Space. So that's the new Actros Giga Space. Well, I don't need that for one of my underlings. I mean, that looks tiny, so let's give whatever underling I hire the low roof sleeper. Now I've got to find my destination garage, not that one. It's going to be in Poland. It's going there. Yep. Now I'm going to need a driver. Recruitment agency. Hire a driver, please. Who's going to go into Poland? We've got Susan V, Ben S, Lucas P, Edward S. I don't know if these are all still like developers and their friends, because they must be running out at some point. I'm pretty sure I've worked with Jakob. He looks like a WordPress developer. All these people need a lot of training before they're going to be making me much money. Up to 361 per delivery plus 1666 a mile. I'm going to go with Jakob. I've got faith in him, plus he can always help me design a new company website if I need it. And he gets a shiny new Mercedes. You better do well, Jakob. Yes, a Merry Christmas to Geoff. Look at Geoff. I need to go and see if he needs repairing after I rear-ended that hatchback earlier. Right, looking at drivers, so I'm player. Yeah, I'm a player. So I get 780 euros per delivery plus 28 euros a mile. And I'm making 10,000 euros a day. I'm a money-making machine. Then Joseph S. and Marianne. And Ellie. Emma seems to be a bit underperforming there, and she's also kipping at the moment. Why aren't you earning me more money compared to Ellie? You're higher rated than her. You earn 5 euros, not 5 euros, 5 cents? More a mile. Why are you not making me more money every day? Again, Maximilian. More euros per mile, but still underperforming. Pull your finger out, Max. Well, the good news is, I should be making enough now that I don't ever have to worry about money again, which is nice. So, do we actually have to cross the water to get to Bissina? It doesn't seem to be a road. Cool. So it literally goes around there. Well, I'm definitely doing that next. So next time I'm on here, I will be doing that little loop-de-loop-de-loop to Messina and exploring what appears to be the most toll roads in the smallest possible area. Because there's not exactly a lot to see in Villa San Giovanni in terms of, you know, things to interact with. I'm sure it's a lovely area. Right. That's enough waffling from me. I'm going to go and sleep now, so thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been a pleasure. I will hopefully be streaming again in the next day or two to do some proper competitive sim racer-y type stuff. And then I don't know what's going to be happening until the new year, so just keep an eye out. And please do come and give me a watch and a follow and a like and a subscribe and a whatever else you can do on here. And then in the new year, I'm going to try and get back to a regular schedule of probably Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays again. So at some point the world will start making sense again. But until then, I've been your host. That's all from me. Good night.